So this is question 5 of the tutorial. The length in cm of a floor tile follows a normal distribution with mean 30 cm, right, and standard deviation to be 0.2. And the length in cm of the wall tile follows a normal distribution with mean 10 and standard deviation 0.15. So it'll be good, right? Because you even start the question that you later on, you need to start to define. You always have to start by defining your random variable. So what will I do? I'll actually put, maybe I'll say let maybe okay a, right? So to be the random variable denoting the normal distribution of the floor tile, right? If you don't like a, you can use something else. You can even use maybe something like x, right? Then x will take on the normal distribution with mean to be 30, right, and standard deviation 0.2 square, and let y be the random variable denoting the normal distribution of the wall tile, and y will follow the normal distribution with the mean to be 10 and standard deviation to be 0.15 squared. Right, so really make sure that you are very pinpoint onto the question, that you really read word for word, right? Do not skim through, right? After that, in part 1, what does part 1 really want? Part 1 just really basically wants us to find the probability that the sum of the length of 5 randomly chosen floor tiles. So are we talking about x1 plus x5, or are we talking about 5 times of x? Right, so you must know that the difference is we're talking about sum of length of 5 randomly chosen floor tiles, so it's x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5. It's not 5 times the same tile, right? There's a difference. We're talking about 5 different tiles, not 5 times the same tile. So this is the one that we're using, right? So we're talking about x1 plus x2, okay, plus all the way to x5 to be between 0.5 and 1.5. All right. So this is the inequality that the probability that we're finding, and what you should do, you should go to the side, and really you should find out, what's x1 plus x5, right, and do your math, and you know that x1 plus x1 you should take on, calculate the sum of the mean and standard deviation, okay, and then and the variance. So using this, right, you should have 30 times 5, so you should have 150. All right, same thing, you should have 5 times, not 5 square, 5 times, of course it's 0.2 square, literally 0.2 square plus 0.2 square plus 0.2 square, right, times 5, and you should have the normal distribution of 150 and actually 0.2. Okay, can, and with that, so using the GC, your answer will just come out to be approximately 0.131. Right? And that's for part 1. Okay, for part 2, how do we okay, so let's look at part 2. Alright, so okay, part 1 is going to okay. So part 2, right? Find the random variable is the sum of the length of 6 randomly chosen wall tiles, and the random variable W is twice the length of randomly chosen floor tile. Alright, so basically here we are talking about 2 times of floor tile, means we're talking about 2x, right? And the top, we are talking about six randomly chosen wall tiles. So wall tiles will be like what? Y1 plus y2 plus all the way to y6, right? So what are we actually finding? We are looking at something. So this is S, right? So S here will take on the will actually be equals to what, x y1 plus y2 plus all the way up to y6. Right, so what will the normal distribution of s look like? Right, because s here, right, y1 plus all the way to y6, y takes on the normal distribution of mean of 10, so y1 plus y should take on the 60, right? So because 6 times of 10, 0.15 square should be 6 times of 0.15 square to give you 0.135. Right, for w, for w, which is equals to 2x. Right, so w is equals to 2x. So very similarly, now 2x takes on the 30 and 0. Have this one. Alright, combine up. What is 0967? Right. The average length of 25 randomly chosen tiles is to know what f prime, and find the average value of a, such that the probability of the modulus of the difference between f and 30 is greater than equals to a, right? Is equals to 0.02, right? Tiles, floor tiles, right? So f, right? The x 30, 0.2 square, right? Earlier on, 2 probability that f minus 30 is greater than equals to a is 0.02. So first, with f prime, we need to know the distribution of f prime. We need to know what f prime looks like. So f prime here, right, is the average of 25 to randomly chosen. We first look at the 25 randomly chosen. So floor tiles by itself is 0.2 square. So if we talk about x1 plus x2, we're actually looking at this, something like this, right? Plus x25 divided by 25. What kind of normal distribution, what kind of parameters will this be? Right, so of course here you know that if we talk about the mean, right, this will be like 25 times of the mean, then divided by 25, right? So no difference, right? So the difference, this will take on the normal distribution of still the mean itself, which is just 30, right? What about the variance? Right, so here we look at the top again, you'll be just adding up all the independent variance, right? So just 25 times 0.2 square, and over here, this is like, if we take about variance of like something like 1 over 25x, this is like 1 over 25 square of variance x, right? So this is like 25 times of because we're doing this, right, we're adding up 25 times of variance of x, and now we're dividing by 25 square, right? So in the end, what we're just doing variance x divided by 25. So basically here, this number here is just our original variance of the floor tile, which is 0.2 square divided by 25. That's what I mean. In general, you think about the x bar just takes on the normal distribution of mu and basically sigma square over n, where n is the number of okay, then the number, the sample, n is actually the sample size, okay, and x bar will be the mean. And here we know that now f bar follows the normal distribution of 30 and 0.2 square over 25, and f bar minus 30 definitely will also still be normal, and it will take on the normal distribution of 0 and still 0.2 square. I hope you know why I'm doing that. What's variance of 30 just 0, okay. Then if I want to find the probability of minus 30, right, this is the same as, okay, I'm going to write this down. So this is a bit similar to how do we interpret this. We did it with an algebra approach, just like how we did it in your secondary school or your junior high. We basically split it up. When we did something like how do we split x greater than 3, this means x greater than 3 or x less than -3. Am I right? So here it's the same, right? We try to speed up. This says f bar minus 30 more than a plus the f bar minus 30 to be less than negative a equals to 0.02. Alright, and these two are basically the same thing. If you think about using the graph, they're actually basically the same thing. Okay, because they actually the facts, they are all the actually standard, they are actually close to standard normal. Okay, so with that, the probability of f bar minus 30, because you can see that the mean is actually 0. Alright, so if you think about f bar minus 30, that means the mean is 0, negative a and a is here, they should be equal, because the fact is that the center is 0. Alright, we call it f bar minus 30 less than negative a should be equal to 0.01. Basically, because these two are equal, when I divide them by 2, I get divide by 2, I get 0.01. And right, an inverse norm w, where w is equals to 2x, so it should be w should take on the normal distribution. Since 2x is if we square, so it should take on 60, and 4 times of 0.2 square, so it gives about 0.16. Right, so to get this, remember, is a variance of 2x is 2 square variance x, right? So remember, this 2 square times 0.2 square give you 0.16. Right, then basically the question in part 2 just requires to find the difference. This is the problem that we are finding. Right, they just okay, so this is just equals. So what's s minus w? Okay, let's first we got to see s minus w. We know s, we know w, so s minus w should take on a normal distribution. Let's look at this. Look at this. Right, let's look at this. Right, we should have our answer to be s minus w should take on the normal distribution of 0 and 0.295. Right, and using this to calculate our answer, the probability as upper bound is 1e99, so upper bound 1, in case you don't know, I'm just writing it out. Right, lower bound, I mean, if you still don't know how to use the GC, then please go and try it out and really go and work it out. Right, 1. Oh, sorry, it should be the other way around. Upper bound should be 1, negative e99. What's your mean? Your mean should be 0. Your sigma, remember, do not key in 0.295. You got to key in square root of 0.295. Alright, answer should turn out to be 0.967. Okay.